so good.
Perfect. You've got this beautiful mixture of sweet and salty, candy, snacky, treaty things.
Yum! These are all my favorite things.
Look at how delicious. Oh. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nicole. You guys, I'm so excited because this week I am bringing back one of the most loved and favorited videos from last year. This is our fall snack video. I love making this video every single year and I know you love it too. And so today I'm giving you 4 brand new fall snack recipes. They're all so yummy. I'm gonna show you how to make a caramel apple cheesecake dip, this beautiful Scarecrow Crunch, a personal sized apple crisp or apple crumble, and then some cinnamon sugar pretzels. Each of these are so easy to make. They only require a few ingredients and only one of them requires baking. And so it can't get much easier than that. If you're excited about this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And before we get started, hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss any of my videos. I post new recipes and vlogs on here all the time, and I'd love to have you as part of the family. All of these recipes are going to be linked down in the description box below on my website if you're looking for them later and want to come back. Yeah, I think that's it. Let's get into it. First up is our apple caramel dip. This is the perfect snack for like after school or to have out while you're cooking a meal. I love a good dip, and I have the biggest sweet tooth, so this is like the perfect combo for me. In a big bowl, you're gonna add 8 ounces of softened cream cheese, a 1/4 cup of powdered sugar, a splash of vanilla, and then about 1/2 teaspoon of lemon juice, and then a little dash of cinnamon. And we're gonna put this on our stand to make sure you can also use a hand mixer if that's what you have. Using the whisk attachment, we're gonna whip this up. Perfect. Once it's whipped and fluffy, you're gonna take any kind of shallow dish. I'm using a mini pie dish, and using a spatula, we're gonna transfer it to that dish. Now spread it out so it's nice and even. Okay, once you have it nice and flat in your dish, just like this, you're gonna take about a 1/4 cup of caramel. I have just about a 1/4 cup left in my jar, and we're going to pour it in an even layer over the top of the dip. This is my favorite part. I'm gonna start in the middle and just slowly circle outwards. Oh my gosh, you guys, this looks so good. Okay, now using a flat spatula, let's just make sure that this is evenly distributed and covering the whole top. Okay, now last but not least, this is optional, but you can top it with some toffee bits or like Butterfinger bits. And so I've got some chopped Butterfinger right here, and I'm just gonna top it with these really fun, crunchy toffee bits. It gives the dip a fun layer of added texture. Now you have this beautiful, delightful little dip. Okay, now all we need are some sliced Honeycrisp apples. Take a big dip. Perfect. Moving right along to our personal apple crisp. This dessert has a special place in my heart because our neighbor growing up used to make apple crisp for the whole neighborhood, and we always knew when they knocked on the doorbell at the beginning of fall that there would be a fresh baked batch of apple crisp, and oh, that taste just takes me back. And so today I'm going to show you how to make a personal sized apple crisp just for one, for those days where you just need a little something sweet but you don't want to make a whole batch. And so we're going to start off with an entire Honeycrisp apple chopped. I'm going to throw it in my bowl here. You might not need the whole apple, depends on how big your apple is. This is actually a pretty big apple, and so for the size of dish I'm using, I might even just use half. Depending on what kind of apple you have, I feel like Honeycrisp apples can either be massive or pretty small, so just kind of eye the size of dish you're gonna use and then go with that. In that same bowl, we're gonna add 1 tablespoon of brown sugar and then some cinnamon and pumpkin pie spice. And we're gonna toss this together with a spoon so the apples get nice and coated. Once the apples are coated, we're gonna set that aside, and in a separate bowl, we're gonna make our crumble topping. So we're going to mix some rolled oats, brown sugar, a little bit of flour, some cinnamon and pumpkin pie spice, and then 2 tablespoons of cold butter chopped into cubes. And you can take that same spoon, and we're just gonna mix all of this up, and then once it gets mixed, we're actually gonna use our hands to kind of fold the butter in. You're gonna wanna preheat your oven to 350 degrees while you're making this. I guess you could use a fork or something, but I find that you get a really good crumbly texture when you just use your fingers. Before we do that though, I'm going to take my little ramekin. This is a shallow ramekin. It's about maybe 4 inches in diameter. I'm gonna spray it with some cooking spray and add our apple mixture into this. That way, once we get our hands dirty with the crumble, our apples are already ready to go. I'm gonna add our apples right into this dish and really pack them down. You wanna get as many apples as you can in here. Perfect. Now we're gonna use our fingers and we are going to incorporate the butter into our crumble mixture. Perfect. Now, once you start to get a big, chunky, kind of crumbly consistency, it's okay if you have chunks of butter still left like this. That's perfect. You're gonna take that crumble and you're just gonna pack it down on top of the apples. It's kind of messy. I probably should have taken my rings off before I did this. Once you've got all your crumble mixture pressed into the top of the apples, you're gonna bake this at 350 degrees for about 10 to 15 minutes. I'm gonna put mine on a baking sheet so that it's easier to get in and out. While our apple crisp is in the oven baking, we're gonna move on to probably the easiest snack of this whole video. This is what we like to call Scarecrow Crunch. You pretty much take all of these yummy ingredients, mix them up in a bowl. You've got this beautiful mixture of sweet and salty, candy, snacky, treaty things. We're gonna use 6 cups of caramel corn. You wanna get the kind with the nuts in it. I'm gonna dump this into our bowl. Just because I think we're gonna run out of space, I'm gonna alternate the ingredients that I throw in here. So I'm gonna shake in a few of our pretzels. This is 2 cups of pretzels. We've got 2 cups of cinnamon life cereal. I'm just gonna do a little bit of those. I have half a cup of mini Rolos. Comment down below if you love Rolos. Half a cup of Reese's Pieces. Half a cup of candy corn. And half a cup of candied pumpkins. Yum! These are all my favorite things. Okay, but this might be controversial, so comment down below which one you like better, candy corn or candy pumpkins. Honestly, I can never decide. I know they're like the same thing. I think I'm a candy corn girl. All right, we're just gonna get this mixed up here with what we've already got. Sometimes it gets hard to mix it when there's a lot and your bowl's not big enough, so we're just gonna kind of get this started. Honestly, my bowl is already full. I don't know that I'm gonna need this last 2 cups. Listen, the great thing about these recipes is it's so flexible, so just depending on how much of it you wanna make, how big your bowls are, man, if you've got a massive bowl at home, you might as well just go for it. I'm gonna try to give this the best mix that we can. And y'all, that is it. You can put this into jars, give it out to the neighbors, put them in little individual plastic baggies and take it to school with you for your classmates. Or if you just wanna like make a big bowl of this and eat it as a snack while you're watching a movie with your friends and family, by all means, eat it in one sitting. It's so easy and it's so festive. Done. Finally, we're gonna do our cinnamon sugar pretzels. For this, we are going to mix some canola oil with cinnamon and sugar. You wanna use a big bowl for this one as well because we're gonna have a lot of pretzels. Then you're gonna take a bag of mini pretzels. I have a family size bag, so I might not use all of them, but if you have just a normal bag of pretzels, that'll be just fine. You can use the whole bag. We're gonna dump our pretzels in. We're gonna make sure they all get coated with this cinnamon sugar mix. Really scrape the bottom of your bowl to get those leftover juices all over those pretzels. Okay, now make sure you're using a microwave safe bowl because we are gonna throw this in the microwave for about 2 minutes, stopping every 30 seconds to stir everything up so that cinnamon sugar coating gets infused into the pretzel. Okay, so my pretzels just came out of the microwave. I'm gonna give them one last good mix, and then I'm carefully gonna pour them out onto a baking sheet. You might have a little bit of that extra cinnamon sugar oil, so you can just kind of lightly drizzle it over all of the pretzels. Now, as best you can, you might have more pretzels than you have space, but try to get these as flat as possible because we're gonna need to let them cool down. And in the meantime, you can sprinkle them with a little bit more cinnamon sugar. Once your pretzels have cooled down, you're gonna take some melted white chocolate and we're just gonna drizzle this over the top of all the pretzels. This is gonna add such a beautiful layer of depth to these, and it's gonna make them look really cool. And then once you're done drizzling, you're gonna wanna let these dry again. Okay, our pretzels have cooled. You guys, look at how delicious that looks. I don't even know if you can see it. Oh, it's perfect because the pretzels are already salty and you put a little cinnamon sugar on them. It just gives it a little bit of sweetness. So good. And our apple crisp came out of the oven looking nice and cute. I'm telling you, these are the snacks this fall. All of the recipes, again, are linked down in the description box below on my website. Let me know which one's your favorite. Let me know which one was most fun to make. I have lots of other fun fall videos coming your way. And so if you're not already, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Give this video a big thumbs up if it made you smile. And if you're excited about fall, I'm so thankful for you. And thank you so much for tuning in this week. We'll see you next time. Bye.